everyone. This is Elizabeth. Thank you for joining me today. I have Happy Mail. So I thought I would do Happy Mail and some shout outs. And of course that won't take very long. So I thought we can make this. I made this last night on some, I think it's photo paper. It was in my mom's stuff. I found some stuff in my stuff from years ago. I don't know what it is. You can see there's some discoloration a little bit in it's old paper, but it's super glossy on both sides. I think it's just an old photo paper. I did it last night. I was very careful because the inks, of course, don't soak in. They sit on top a little bit. And so I let it dry overnight so that I could play with it. And I thought, ooh, let's make a video on how I did this, because really, it's pretty, isn't it? And then I'll make another video on what we're going to do with it. So first, we'll just leave that there as a nice little backdrop. We go to our shout outs. Let me get my list. Oops, I'm going to put you... Sorry about that. My allergies are kicking my booty. All of my allergy pills. I take 3 different kinds. I take 2 different 24 hours. One at bedtime, one in the afternoon. And then I have an emergency organic one that works really good. And I haven't sneezed for an hour or so, but something's really getting me today. It's not fair. But anyways... I digress. Let's get back on track. So I had the last shout out for new subbies. I had 186. Today I have 194. So I have new 8 subbies. Woohoo! Of those 8 subbies, one of you has a private subscription list, which is perfectly fine. It just means I don't know who you are. Ooh, so very mysterious. But that's okay. I do appreciate you, and I hope that you enjoy some of my videos. And then we have LL Sam Sam, Crafty Formations, Expressions Craft Studio, Kathleen S, Melissa M, Lori C, and Ashley C. Thank you so much for joining me today. Expressions Craft Studio. It's Georgeanna. It has a little Georgeanna something. I didn't write it down. Shame on me. But Miss Georgeanna, and I hope I said that right. If not, don't be mad. But I am going to link your video down below in the descriptions. She is part of the FSC Foiling Snobs Club on Facebook. She has some really fun videos. And then I stocked little Crafty Formations. And it looks like they do little tidbits for journaling. There was a video. I haven't watched anything because I literally just looked before hitting the record button. Pardon my broken nail, but I'm definitely gonna go check her out because it's kind of my style, that vintagey. I want it to be my style. Okay, I haven't quite mastered that style. It's a style that I really like, where it's the vintagey look. I have some old black and white photos that I think it would be great with, so I will link both of those down below. Crafty Formations and Expressions Craft Studios with Georgeanna. So these 5 of them are from the Foiling Snobs Club. Sign up for card swapping. Each month you can sign up. You don't have to, which is great. You sign up and we have a theme, and the last swap, which was October, yeah, because this is late October. So October was thanks, gratitude, thankful kind of cards. That was the theme. If you run over to Foiling Snobs Club, sign up, answer the questions, because we don't want bots or negativity. then you can sign up for next month's November's, and November's card swap is birthday. So you can do that. In our FSC, we have Debbie J's Crafting Corner. She also has a YouTube channel, which I will link in the descriptions below. On her Facebook page, we did a little card swap. It was my first time. I literally just joined her channel and was like, okay, I'll do a card swap. So our card swap was for Halloween. And all I did was I sliced them open. I've been hanging on to these until all 5 of these came. And then today, this came in the mail. And I'm like, ooh, I need to do a video. So we're going to slide that out. Very nice. She signed her card. Always sign your cards. Ooh, look at that. This is very nice. So we have a 2-tone stamping. And she probably used her stamparatus. She inked up the top half, stamped it, inked up the bottom half, stamped it. Basically what we're going to do with these leaves. So if you like that, we're going to be playing around with that. And then she's got a lovely piece of vellum. Vellum is fabulous for toning down the background. You can have the craziest, busiest background and you can tone it down so that the stuff on top pops. So that's really fabulous. And then we have a couple of gems and stuff. And then I'm peeking on the inside, and this is super cool. So she made this so I can, all the card swappers have that option. You don't have to fill it out. She used a little bit of washi tape, stuck down this piece I can take out and send it on to somebody else who might need a card. Well, I need it. It needs to go in my book. And then she sent a couple of, this is really cool. It's like her little business card. I'm liking that. Oh, she's even got, because you know, you have these on YouTube. You can print them and people can scan them to get to your stuff quicker. And then, what is this? A swap for you from. Oh, that's cool. So it says the swap, the group, who it was to, and the date. I like that. That's pretty cool. But I'm too lazy. I'm not going to do it with mine. But I am going to, of course, save these. And they will get scrapbooked together. And I'm going to start, I think in December, I'm going to start a series on making the book. Because I've got quite a few cards. So I should be able to do several episodes of saving postcards in an album. Now this, and that was from Debbie J's Crafting Corner. This one, I love this. It's so, she ran it through I want to say the Cricut embossing tool, or you know, the We Are Memory Keepers heat embossing tool with the Cricut. It's just really pretty, all that glistening goodness. Okay, and then she's Sherry, who lives out in Federal Way, which I used to live over in Washington. I used to live in Seattle, and I have a friend who still lives in Federal Way. So I know that area. And this is her card, and ooh. I don't want to, oh, one of my jimmies got stuck. It looks like it. That's all right. We'll glue her back down. I'm going to just put a little bit of glue here. Oh yeah, there we go. Oops. Pardon me while I pick that up. Stick down. There we go. When it goes into my album, it'll be nice and safe. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love this paper piecing idea. And then this one, it's kind of like the rays. You know, if you had the sun shining through, you got the rays. It's split open like that. And I really like that. And then there's this little metal embellishment here That's really sweet. And then again, some more paper piecing and layering just to give it dimension. That's really fantastic. And I was going to say it's just circles layered on each other, but this middle piece looks like one piece. It actually does a bump right there. But technically you could take this oval, put an oval there, put an oval there, put an oval there, put an oval there, and stack them that way too if you don't have this pattern. And again, look at this. She embossed her vellum. It's so pretty. Very, very nice. And then a nice little punch right there. Oops, my little acorn fell out. Oops, we have more. Ooh, so we've got some leaves. Oh, and she did it too. Look, she got the group, the card swappy thing. Aw. And the I didn't sign the card thing. And then a little note for me. Oh, look at that. Oh, and so there's more that she used in here. Isn't that adorable? That's really pretty. I like that design. Fonts are fabulous. You can say the same thing so many ways, and it just, fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you. Oh, gosh darn it. Okay, we're going to stick that back down, and then we're going to set you aside so I don't bump you again. So that was from Ms. Sherry. And then we have Ms. Tracy. She is a FSC founding member. She is also on YouTube. She is in, or will be in, my recommendations list on YouTube. I have to redo that because I had some issues, which I have a video on. So keep a lookout for that. It's processing now. And she's got a lovely stamp. Always want to stamp your stuff. And the Women Vote stamp, very, very nice. Oh ha ha, sneaky, sneaky. Ooh, look at. We were watching on her YouTube, and she was doing these on her YouTube, and YouTube does not give justice. I mean, just look at I don't know if and I'm probably not doing it any justice. It's gorgeous. It's shiny. It's luscious. It's really nice. And then these stitched borders, I really need to get me some of these. I really, really, really like them. And you know, the nice thing, you can hit it with some ink really lightly and it'll catch those and highlight them even more. So many things you can do with those. And then embossed the thankful. And again, here's a nice thankful, but it's got this openness. So you've got options there. You could literally go in with a marker and color in all those open, and then have a two-toned orange, or orange and purple, orange and brown, or in this case, just open like that. So many options. So beautiful. And then a little note for me. I just love card swap. It's so much fun. And then this one is from Meta. And I've seen some of hers on Facebook, which is like, but she's got the fruit stamps. And then she decorates. She put so much effort. It kind of puts me to shame. I did doodle on my envelopes the last batch I sent out. They're nothing fancy, but I was like, okay, I'm going to do a little something. And then, whoo, look at that. Here's some ribbon coordinating colors. Ribbon is so fun. As long as you know, if you can store it in a way that's easy to get to, ribbon is really good to have. I used to store it on a spool or the rod, and they would all unspool at the same time. It drove me nuts. Then I had them on the spools in a box, and you can only fit so many spools in there. And then I was like, you know what? I need it more organized than that. I'm going to show you what I do, because no joke, I pull my chair back, I bend down, and I can grab a bin. Let me zoom you out. Okay, so on the side of my bins, I can see this down there. They're all stacked and they have what's in them. So I have Thanksgiving kind of themed, the golds and the browns. So anything with high tones of golds and browns is going to be in this. This is one of those, sorry, it's really dusty. This is one of those 12 by 12 paper storage. Okay. I took all of my ribbon off the rolls because you hit the dollar store after Christmas, you can buy Christmas ribbon for 50 cents. Walmart, the same thing. A $4 roll of ribbon you can get for 75 cents. That's what I was doing, but I wasn't using it. As soon as I put them in here and I'm doing Thanksgiving cards, I can say, okay, let me check my ribbons. Do I have something that matches? Okay. So I take them off the spool, I roll them like this, I pin them together, dollar store, pipe cleaners, just roll them together, and then when you need a little stretch of it, you slide it out and you can snip it. So this has been a lifesaver. I've used a lot of ribbon since I've started doing this, more so than when I had it in just boxes still on the spool. So I can go and say, oh, I need something white to add to something. Well, here's my white bin, my antiques, and very antique, some velvety mauve color. Some of this stuff was in my mom's stuff. Okay, I'm like, what on earth was my mom making with some of this stuff? But it's antique-y, and these will be great for my vintage photos that I'm gonna be working on. So I'll definitely be diving into this. But this is a storage solution if you have the room. Obviously, ribbon in itself, in the spools, takes up a lot of space. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these stacked up. And they're under my desk, out of my way. So they're like right here under my desk. And I can just reach down and grab what I want. But if you're like, I have ribbon and I don't use it, reorganize it. Try a different container. Maybe it's because you don't see it. It's a pain to get to. Once you make it more accessible, you'll remember to use it. But back to this beauty. Look at this. I want to say this is all embossed. And what she probably did is she just sprinkled a little bit of color and then sprinkled, you know, in different colors and then heat set it. That's time consuming because I did just a Happy Halloween and I did the top silver and the bottom black. And that was a little, you know, I put the silver on, heat embossed it, and then put the black on the bottom and heat that up. So definitely a little bit of time consuming. Oh, look at, she made a little tag. Tags are so wonderful. And then it says Autumn Blessings here, and then Happy Thanksgiving there. And again, it is embossed, heat embossed, and it's so lovely. This is a speckled paper. I think I actually have a paper very similar to this. And it's just organic, lovely. So beautiful. And I like that she ran hers all the way around. It's very nice. Double layered. Ugh. That's a detail right there. And then glitter on the pumpkins, but not the leaves. And these look like an ink smooshing method where you know, ink smooshing. So, and I love green. That's a really cute ribbon. So, and this tag, I don't know if you can see that light green. It's the same she did here. So it kind of ties in. Super, super awesome. I'm loving it. So we're going to pass that one right to there. And then this one is from Melody. Where did I open this one at? Here we go. Yeah, Melody. I'm like, did I even say that right? Because I'm terrible. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that rich? That looks like it's just on fire. Ugh. It's beautiful. I was watching La Lorna, the scary possession movie that fits into the Nun. What are those movies? Oh, come on. Think. Conjuring and the Annabelle series. And La Lorna, they mentioned this tree of fire in Mexico. And so I Googled it, and it's beautiful. And that's exactly what this reminds me of. And they said that when La Lorna died or something, the tree like cried or something, and it just was bright red. But yeah, it's really, really pretty. And this is just gorgeous. So this is a die cut, some more little die cuts, and then that's just gorgeous. A little bit of sticky, but look at that. I've just started doing these. I actually like opening them this way. And then a nice little touch, leaving you room to make a comment in there. This color, I can't get over that. That's just beautiful. Ugh. Anyway, so take out the center, and there's plenty of room. She probably cut these right out of what she cut out of the middle. Fabulous use of leftovers. And then this one, I saved the best for last. And not best because the card's wonderful, because I haven't looked, but best because it's my first card from Germany. But bam, I was like, look, it's got a German stamp. Dutch, I'm going to butcher this, but I'm going to try it. Deutschland, Deutschland, I don't know, but pretty little stamps. Yeah. But from Germany. And this is Stephanie. Oh, I'm so bad. Did I say her name? Yeah, Melody. I get all sidetracked here. I'm all excited. I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh. That's getting through the mail sorter. It puts a lot of pressure on it. I'm loving this. Oh, look at those. Oh, how pretty. Look at that little gemmy goodness. That is the cutest little rose. And then your little sparkles. I don't own these. They're on their way. I have some silver and some pearl colored ones coming. I thought I'd start with basics and see how it went, because I've been seeing a lot of these jimmies on cards and I'm really liking it. But here's the thingy. Check this out. It slides out. Isn't that clever? Oh, I want to be so ginger with it because I'm afraid of ruin. Because I don't know how she did that. But the ribbon. So this is popped up. So somewhere behind here, there's a cut or a slice. And it allows that ribbon to move, but it's on the outside. Okay. Isn't that just spectacular? And then you could put a little card in there, a nice thin one. Oh, even if you just put another little stamp, another beautiful stamp, and then put your sentiment on the back with your signature, there would be nothing wrong with that. And that's just fabulous. If it's ink blending, it's done very well. If it was a stencil, it's very, very pretty. If it's pattern paper, heck yeah, gotta use that pattern paper. This looks like it was ink blended and stamped. Super, super beautiful. I love this. Interactive. Gotta love that. But I'm not going to try that, that's for sure. So, yeah. So if you join the FSC, you can join this card club too. If you join the Debbie J's Crafty Corner, you know, she tries to do card swaps too, it looks like. I was in one. But, yeah. Ooh, scooch back in there. There we go. Ooh, I'm liking that. My first Germany card. Yeah! All right, so wonderful Happy Mail. Thank you to all of my new subbies. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, and I hope we have content that keeps you coming back. But right now, we're gonna go for this. How much time have I stolen of you guys'? 25 minutes? Fabulous. 25 minutes just to go through some Happy Mail. That's all right. This hopefully won't take too long. It didn't take me too long last night to do it. So what you do is you get a repeating design. And for me, I chose the 3-pack. Oops. Okay. I chose this 3-pack of leaves, and those are from the Local King rubber stamp. And I got the stamp and die set. Okay. So if I chose to, I can go through and, well, when it stamps, it's going to be in reverse, you dork. Okay, so that would fit right over there, and I can go through and cut these all out if I wanted to. But that's not the purpose of this. I want to make just a background because I have an idea to use this one over the top. So we're going to focus on making this background. And for that, you definitely need a stamping apparatus. Whether you make one, buy one, whatever you need to do. There's so many out there, okay? Definitely get one. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause because I really need my other magnet. And it is taking a hike. Hold on one second. Alrighty, so I went and got a new piece of paper too because I put too much pressure here and wrinkled my paper. So I've just got an 8.5 by 11. This is a glossy style paper, probably a photo paper. It's not super glossy. I don't think it's matte because it does reflect. And then I've got a repeating stamp. Now, if you don't have one that's repeating like that, you could easily set up multiple stamps. Okay. You can do a couple like that. And then you would stamp them. Boom. Clean them. Move them. And then you would set them around where you already stamped. And then you would pick them up. And you would stamp again. That one's too close to the edge. Something's going on. Oh, sorry. So, then you would get them picked up, stamp them, and so you can do more than one at a time. I really like this design, so I'm just going to focus on this one. Now, in order to get the multicolors, we're going to need some extra colors, okay? I just picked purples and blues purples, blues, and pinks that would go together. I had pulled out these ones and didn't use them because after I started inking with the blue set, I was like, nope, this is not good. And this one is kind of a grayish color, but it helped darken some areas. And you can see that grayish color right there. And I just liked how that went with everything else. But if I were to use these, I would not use any of those. I would go and get probably this one and then some dirtier colors. Okay. See how these are bright. Okay. These are bright. They almost look like they belong together. And that's what you're looking for. You're wanting colors that belong together. And see how that one kind of sticks out because these are kind of dark but still bright. And then this is kind of dull and kind of dingy looking. So when you're picking your colors, pick them so they match. Just like picking an outfit. You're not going to put this with all of these colors. You might put it with that, but you're not going to put it with that, and these. Okay. So definitely look into matching like that. That's how I do it. I just pick them so that they look good. Now, once you have your colors picked and your stamp picked, very first thing is to make sure your stamp will stamp. So I need to move that button. And I don't particularly care how the first stamp goes down. The first stamp, you can stamp it anywhere. You can stamp it dead center like that and then work around it. We just want it organic. Now you can start with any color you want. I'm going to start with that dirty blue, and I don't know if you can see that. Oh good, it's all in frame because I zoomed out. So just quick little taps. Don't look at it like I need one here. You just tap, tap, tap. Come. Smooth. See, we don't have perfection. That's what we want. I'm going to work in the blue set. You can go light to dark. Now, the first couple, we don't care where they go. Absolutely don't care. So you hit it a couple of times with some ink. Okay. Now we're going to start seeing where we're missing. Okay, there's a little spot here. There's a spot here, here, and here. So I'm going to go the bottom of the blue one, the bottom of that one, the bottom and the top of that one. Close and stamp. Okay. Pull it open. See that I need more in that one and more on the bottom of that one and a little bit on the tip of that one. Okay. Now we can get that in there. And now we have our stamp. Okay. Now here's where we have to be careful. Okay. The ink is setting on top. Let me stand up, make sure we can see this. Zoom in. Okay, the ink is sitting on top of this paper. It is not dry at all. See if we can catch how it's puddling. Okay, so if I touch that right now, it would smear and we would cry because it would be terrible. Oh good, we can still see both sides zoomed in a little bit. Fabulous. Can we zoom just a little bit more? Pardon me, I'm trying to, oops. No, we want to go this way. And scooch you up. Okay. So, definitely just the first couple, willy-nilly. No, nothing special. Now, you can clean your stamp, which I recommended if you're doing individuals. You definitely want to clean them. The chances of boo-boos are so much greater. You can take your stamp. There's enough gripping area here that I can grab it and set it back down. And then this is where the fun begins. You just puzzle piece it in there. I'm going to gently set it there. As I close it to pick it up, I'm going to give it a little squish because there's still ink on there. See that? Now here's where you can get fun. So on this, I did more blue here, then the more purples, but I put in a little bit of blue to tie it in, and the same here. I took the purples that were done here and then went over to the edge. So you can keep going with the specific color combo, or you can bring in new color. And I can see across the middle, the edges, okay? So I'm gonna just kind of focus on those areas and lightly focus. It's not even like, oh, I need to get those areas exact. And it's just tap, tap, tap. And see that? It just, ooh. And maybe I want more of this because I think it'll be pretty. So I am going to add that color. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Am I missing something there? So I'm looking right here and thinking maybe I'm not hitting that. So I'm really going to focus some color right there. And then I'm going to focus my pressure right there. Because I've already stamped everything else. I just need that little speck. Yep. It was just a little bit off. Okay. So I'm going to gently peel this up. Figure out if I, you know, don't think too much. Just kind of flip it and go from there. And I'm making sure I have room for that leaf, feather. And then again, push it down, pick it up, and now we can go and choose some purple. Willy-nilly. And do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. All right. And we're gonna actually pause you while I sneeze. Okay, and then I'm going to set that one there, and I probably bumped that one a little bit. And it's all right. Little fuzzies in there. Okay, so I think I'm going to go back into the darks, and I want the center of that one. And this is just a stamp thing that I bought at Joann's. They were clearancing them out. And that little area is being a little stinker. Clearancing them out, and I just put some double stick tape in there so it was nice and smooth, and put a piece of felt on it. I was seeing people using hockey pucks, you know, those air hockey pucks, those dry erase board things, just something to give this, because, you know, you've got a lot of stick with your hand. And so also another person uses this. I think it's Ryan Swift at Glitter Grunge Greetings, uses something, you know, long sleeves. If you pull up your sweater, use that, something to give a little slick. We don't want to push this way, because if you push, you could literally shove the whole top plate, which would shift your stamp. So we want something smooth. I want something I can lay my hand on and just give a little bit of pressure. We don't want to, because if you put too much pressure, your stamp then goes from perfect lines to squished out lines. Okay. So let's get that pulled up. Oh yeah, I like that one. Now I'm going to wait to do the edges. I'm just going to fill in the paper first. I'm going to plop that one down there. Pick that one up. That one's really spotty. Let's go in with the tealies. Over. And that one right through there, or the bottom of that one. If you have the Tim Holtz platform, it's nice because it's open on two ends. So you can lock your paper in and still have a nice big sheet. It's one reason I really wanted it, because I plan on doing backgrounds for photo albums and stuff, and make my own 12 by 12 sheets, which I really shouldn't. I've got so much pattern paper. But you know, this is fun. Okay, I'm not liking that, but I think I want that in pink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little tissue, and I'm going to dab some of this up, because I can see the colors kind of building up a little bit. So we're going to get rid of that, and then we're going to add the pink in there, just to that one. Yeah. Woo! Look at that. Okay, so now we're going to flip our stamp. And it doesn't matter that I'm leaving these big gaps, because I'm going to go back and fill those in. we're just running around. See if you're still in frame here, because I know I'm getting close to the edge there. Okay, even though I dabbed some of that ink off, you can see it still shows up. We don't have a lot of purpley ones. Let's dabble some of that with some of this. And it's just tapping like a lunatic. There's no rhyme or reason to it. You just let your hand go over it, and then when you see an area that you're like, I need more ink, you can decide at that point, I want this color right there. So I'm gonna go to this, and I know it's the area between, and I can actually see there's like no ink right there. So I'm just gonna hit that, gonna close it, I'm gonna focus right there. So I'm just gonna put my little bit of pressure there, lift, and then I filled it in with that gray blue. Oh, it looks so nice. So I'm gonna scooch this. I know you won't see that side. Oh no, you know what? Okay, so on this platform, there's a raised area on this side and this side. Okay, and that's the opposite of this. Okay, it doesn't hurt if the paper and stuff is there, but if you put a stamp in that area, then that raised bar is going to land on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to very carefully push off our magnets. Okay, and I say very carefully, and I had ink on my fingers. I'm going to pull the paper and hold my stamp or magnet, because I don't want to slide it through, because this is all still wet. Okay, even my first one right here in the middle, there's a wet spot there. Okay, little specks there. So I'm going to rotate it around and pick my magnet back up. Now when I place the magnets down this time, I want to make sure I can get them off the board. And that magnet just rolled under my mat. Has issues, okay? So now I can come in and I see this little gap here. I'm going to put the little feather up in there, just like so. And then I can go back to stamping. And I'm really lucky that I got that magnet on the inside, so it's not under that bar there. Oh, that's so pretty. I think we're going to do some pink ones. Tap, willy-nilly, stamp. Gentle, even pressure. We're going to add some gray into that one. I think that'll be pretty. And then we're going to focus on this outer leaf. I think I'm going to throw in just a hint of blue. Right there. Oh yeah, look at that. Ugh. Okay, and now I'm going to try and cover my smoosh mark that I made. Just like that. It's mostly covered. Nobody will notice, right? And I think we'll do pink and blue on this one. Oh yeah, look at that. But I think we want a darker blue. Darker blue on the tip of this one, the base of this one, and then kind of in the middle. And when I tap, okay, I'm like tapping, so it's not leaving a lot of ink. That's why we can get this smooshy method. I'm not going so hard it's leaving a big ink mark. Super light, so it's just just tapping, and that's why I can willy-nilly all over the place. Okay. And then you get right up in there. Oh yeah, isn't that pretty? And it's so pretty, you kind of don't notice that, and that's all right. Now, when I did this, trying to get rid of that, I left this open. Sorry if my head's in the way. I'm making sure that if I put this here, I'm going to have enough room for my feathers, and I don't think I will. So I'm going to go over here. Okay. And whew, that worked. I'm really close to that bar. That's funny. See, right there. That's like right up on that bar. And that's nice. You can really get in there and get close. That's so pretty. And you could do a whole page of cast off. So you could put a page in, do your first stamp. Put a page in, do the second stamp. And what that would do is you just have a grungier look. A more subtle look. Get some color in there. And then I'll do this one with purples. I need purples at the base, purples at your base, and a touch of purple there. I actually hit that one a little too hard. Okay. Oh, but that works. Oh, that works. Okay. And then I'm going to slide my paper back because now I'm going to go off the board. So I'm going to slide the paper back. Okay. And you can put another piece of paper under it. I mean, it's an ink. It's going to clean off really easy. I'm going to see about getting this just a little bit closer. Right about there. Okay. And then we're just going to grab a paper towel. These paper towels, I'm thankful. When I ordered this online, the person's like, oh, it's brand new. And I'm like, can I see pictures? She's like, well, it's still in the box. And I was kind of leery because I'm like, oh, she's not showing pictures. She's just showing the pictures of the box. Well, yeah, she was showing the picture of the box because it was still in the cellophane. It was brand spanking new. I was like, holy moly. But to stuff the package, she put a bunch of napkins in there, brand new napkins. So I just peeled them apart and saved them. So I'm like, woo, bonus. Okay, so we definitely need more color in that one, but I think we're going to go back to the purples. No, we're going to go back to this one. Have a nice pinky one in there. And these are my distress inks. You can do this with anything. Just know it might take longer to dry. See, I wasn't using that very much. That's all right. It's still going to be beautiful. And then I need to catch the bottom of this one, the tip of this one, and a little splat of that one. Oh yeah, look at that. Woo! So then I'm going to see if I can get this one to fit in there. Nope, I need to pull my paper back just a little bit more. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now because my paper's not in it. Do I want the big... Ooh, maybe I want the big one in there. No, because I think it'll run over that other one. So we're going to put it at an angle right there. Let's grab it up. Oh yeah. Okay, so now I know I only need to focus on these two because this one is just that little tidbit. So I'm just going to focus on these two, and we're going to put in some more of that lovely red. Okay. Oh yeah, and then we're going to throw in the darker blue because that didn't quite get a lot, and then we'll just put a little bit into that one. Woohoo, look at that one. Okay, now I'm going to pull my paper back more, and I'm going to watch those magnets. I might need to pull them off. Okay. Try not to touch my paper. Oh, those magnets. I'm going to get my napkin a little wet. If you have a rag, okay, because these are dye inks. They're not, well, it wouldn't matter. If I had the dye inks, I would just use a solvent cleaner. A little bit of alcohol would get it off. Okay, so now we're going to focus on this corner. Okay, and again, we need those magnets because if we need to double stamp, we have to be able to pull it up. Now, hopefully, those will be enough to hold it. Okay, and now I'm going to attempt to cover another boo-boo. Right in there. Works for me. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit more careful when I lift this up and try not to move my paper. And then we're going to throw in some of the purple. And I know I don't have to work on the little one, and the bottom of that one's not too bad. So mainly the top and that one. Being a little bit more careful so I don't move my paper. Oh, that's just gorgeous right there. And I'm seeing some spots. So let's go in with some blue. And that's in between those two. So we're going to just go right in there. Like so. And lift. Oh, yeah. I'm really liking that. So I'm going to pull my magnet out of the way. Things are, whew. I'm going to slide my paper back carefully. And then I'm just going to clean those up. Make sure it's dry. Okay. And then that's what we do. We just go around filling it in, and you'll have your full sheet. You could be done now and cut out sections. It's whatever you need. I'm thinking I need a full sheet to practice with. Something dusty there. Because in my next video, if I mess it up, I would like to have another sheet ready. Elizabeth, what were you thinking, you dork? Okay. Who can guess what I just did so very wrong? Door closing, anybody? Paper in the way? So, don't panic. If we're really careful, because you know what? I did this yesterday too. This is how I know. If you grab your paper, okay, and gently move it, stamp and all, okay, swing that around. Make sure your paper is within the guidelines suggested. Okay, now I can put my little magnet there, and I can put one there. I can not put that one there. Let's scoot you in just a hair. Okay. All right. Sometimes we're like, we want it there, but you can't have it there. Heaven forbid. Sheesh. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, I'll put some more of that blue down the center. Isn't that pretty? And you can do this in all sorts of colors. You can do this with the blues and the greens. You can do this in sets of oranges. Ooh, that would be pretty if you did reds and oranges, or oranges and yellows. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to slide you off this way. And we're going to pull you back this way. Ooh. No. That magnet. Don't you get in my ink, dang it. trying to see if I can, no, I need to make sure my fingers are clean this time. Put the stinking magnet off of there. Pull this back a little bit more. I need to tape up these magnets so I can get a hold of them easier. They're crazy. They're a little psycho, I think. But hey, they're sturdy. They work, right? So I'm going to put this one here. Oh, yeah. So I just need this little guy and the side that's closest to the little guy. Just like that. Oh yeah, I like it. Okay, then we're gonna slide this back a little. Grab our little tissue. Very nice. Slide off these double magnets. I'm gonna slide this way so I can do this bottom piece here. Put that there. And the reason I'm going way to the edge, I can actually put a little one right there. Say you cut this in quarters, okay? That's a full front panel. 8.5 cut in half is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so when you start cutting more off the edge to trim this away, you're losing panels. This right here could easily make 4 cards because I'm going right to the edge. And so when I cut down the middle, it's going to give very nice panels. Okay. You can even do this with already pre-cut. I just think it's a little bit, it's fun to do it this way. Do the whole pattern. If you cut and you cut here and you're like, oh, you know, maybe you can go in and get that if there's nothing in your way. You can add another thing. This would be a good opening for a bug or a rhinestone, you know, something interesting. And I think we're going to put the butt of the big one right there. Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm going to move these stinking magnets again. Don't move my paper. Okay. All right. And so now we just need the top tip and the bottom of that one. So that's where we're going to focus all of our color. I just need a little bit more towards the middle of that one. La 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 la. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. So lovely. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm gonna come over here and make this one go in that way. And here I pinch down and let go. Okay. Whatever you need to do for a steady hand to get it down. Should have seen my hands yesterday. They were a little psycho. I was like, ugh, trying to do stamping and stuff. Dropping stuff everywhere. It happens. Oh yeah, look at that. We're going to hit the top of that one with the ready color. And maybe the inside of that one. It's going to be so pretty. And you can do this with any background stamp too. So say like you have one of those big 6x6. You go through with your first color. Stamp it. Then you go in with your second color. And with those bigger ones, I would probably clean them off in between uses just so you don't contaminate. And you can do that here too. But the colors are so similar, it's not really going to contaminate. I'm not worried about it. And if it does a little bit, it'll be easy to clean. So I'm going to pull this magnet off, that magnet off. And look at that. We're just going to town. And you can see remember, let's see, which one did we do first? We did one of these first. But you can still see, like, this one's got some wet spots on it. That one. Okay. Even this one. Just let it dry or heat set it. I'm not going to heat set it because I'm afraid. I don't know this paper. And I don't want to ruin it. And I'm not in a hurry. So I can just put this on my dry rack, let it dry, and then be fabulous. We'll pull out to this one. Okay. So you just go right up to the edge. And this one, it dried back a little bit. It doesn't hurt my feelings because it's still beautiful. Okay. These are the same colors. And you can see this one's a little more dull than this one. You can see that one kind of dulled out a little bit, but it's still so very pretty. I'm gonna go and finish this up so that it's ready for my next video. I hope you had fun today. I hope you are encouraged to go make some happy mail for someone or make some background paper for your next projects. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below or email me at elizabeth.costarogers@gmail.com. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.